everybody, welcome back to the Michigan Grown, Michigan Great Harvest Ride-Alongs. I'm here with Mike Milligan, and we're in the thumb of Michigan planting wheat. Say hi, Mike.
Hi, everybody.
Mike, can you tell us why we're planting instead of harvesting?
Well, we just finished taking the soybean crop off, and we are planting winter wheat, which gets its start in the fall, and then it goes dormant in the winter time, and it continues to grow in the spring, so it already has a head start on all the other crops when we start planting in the spring.
Great, and can you step us through what we're seeing from front to back?
All right, so in front of us, you're going to see the freshly worked ground that was just worked this morning, and down below, you'll see the fertilizer tanks where we're putting fertilizer on, and inside the cab here, you see a steering wheel, no hands. And this is my seed monitor. It tells me how many seeds are going on per acre and if the planter is working correctly or not. This is my guidance that makes the tractor drive perfectly straight. This is my rate controller for monitoring how much fertilizer goes on the seed. This is for tram lines. So when we block off a couple rows of the wheat, and that's where our sprayer is going to drive in the spring. So if we don't block off those rows, the wheat will be damaged, and it just acts as a weed to the rest of the wheat crops next to it. And in the back here, you can see the planter. This is 40 feet wide, and it has 64 row units. And this is all of the little wheels there is a row. Puts the seed about 1.5 inches to 1.25 inches deep.
In this field, you said it's 40 acres and you're planting just one crop. Why is that?
Well, it's a lot more efficient for us to plant one crop in the field because it just doesn't make sense for us to hop from one field to the next field just to get all the wheat done. So we plant it all in the same crop, and we prefer to get our diversity throughout the years. We run a 4-year crop rotation, which means it'll be 4 years before this field's planted back into wheat.
Okay, and Mike, just one question I have is, why do you farm?
Well, it's a family legacy for one, but I don't think that's the main reason I farm. It's very important to me, but the biggest thing for me is it provides a constant challenge to me. All the crops could always be more efficient. You can get better yields, make better financial decisions per acre. There's a lot of things to be improved upon on the farm.
Awesome. Well, thank you for hosting us for this Michigan Grown, Michigan Great ride-along. And if you guys have questions, please post them below, and we will get those questions answered from the field. So one question that we get a lot in agriculture is about fertilizer. And Mike, I wonder if you can tell us a little bit about why you're using fertilizer at the time of planting.
Okay, so we use fertilizer to right with the seed to allow it to pop right out of the ground and get a head start when sometimes we've got slow and cold growing conditions in the field. And what we're using right now is a really low rate of fertilizer, just in hopes that just enough to get that seed out of the ground. And then we spread fertilizer across soil types differently across the field to make it most efficient, and so there's the least amount running off into the ditch.
Great. And what amount would you say you put on your crop as far as the fertilizer mixed with water?
Okay, so what I'm putting on right now is probably 60% water, maybe even a little more than that.
And that's per acre, or what is that 60%?
So yeah, 60% of what we apply. So we apply 6.5 gallons over a whole acre. So acre being about the size of a football field, there's 6.5 gallons spread over that, and about 60% of that is water.
Great. All right, one more question that we received was, what type of wheat are you planting and what will it be used for? So go ahead, Mike, and answer that question.
Well, I'm planting soft white winter wheat, and that means it's grown in the winter and it has a softer probably get this wrong. Something about softer hull or is better for the milling process. So it produces a really high quality white flour that's used by Star of the West, and it goes to Kellogg's or a lot of different pastry companies to make fine flour for donuts and all sorts of other pastries.
All right, great. Keep those questions coming, you guys.